think about how the universe depends on your very existence. The traditional Newtonian worldview, which emphasizes separate entities, suggests that humans exist in a physical world governed by specific laws such as gravity and thermodynamics, portraying the universe as a separate, independent entity. However, the advent of quantum physics challenges this perspective. While this shift is new in scientific discourse, it echoes ancient spiritual teachings. Hermes Trismegistus, a sage from antiquity, taught, "As above, so below, as below, so above." This implies that our reality is akin to a holographic matrix, a reflective surface that mirrors the consciousness projected onto it. Quantum physics aligns with this ancient wisdom, suggesting that reality may not be a fixed structure, but is instead shaped by the consciousness of the observer. In this realm of thought, where quantum physics considers the concept of the multiverse and infinite timelines, your perception can significantly influence the manifestation of reality. Neville Goddard, in his work, The Power of the Imagination, suggests that the fourth dimension serves as the source for our three-dimensional existence, containing an infinite number of life possibilities, much like infinite timelines. Similarly, Dr. Joe Dispenza notes that within the realm of quantum physics, there exists a boundless field, abundant with potential outcomes for our lives. This boundless quantum field, or the All, echoes the ancient teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, as described in the Kybalion. It is a realm where every conceivable life outcome already exists. This leads to a key question. What determines the specific timeline that we experience? Neville Goddard aptly states, "Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and watch the path that your attention follows." Time, as a construct limited to our three-dimensional reality, holds no sway in this context. Dr. Joe Dispenza adds that our thoughts have a direct connection to our level of health. In these higher dimensions, everything you could potentially become is already a reality, transcending the linear constraints of time as we perceive it. You exist in this specific, limited life on a particular timeline, but what determines this specific path among the countless possibilities in the fourth dimension? This question signals the gradual decline of the traditional Newtonian model, giving way to a shift toward a unified consciousness. The quantum field responds to the consciousness it interacts with, shaped by thoughts, emotions, and the overall state of being. Essentially, the reality or timeline you experience is a manifestation of your state of being, thoughts, and emotions. Your self-perception is reflected back to you by the universe, just as a mirror cannot reflect a smile if you do not smile first. The universe responds in a similar fashion. The reflection is entirely dependent on your input. When you smile, the mirror reflects a smiling face. Likewise, the all-encompassing entity, be it God, Source, or the quantum field, responds to your inner state. As intended by the All, the purpose of creation is to move through infinite unique experiences, extending to the boundaries of infinity. The All, an omnipresent force, respects your freedom of choice, considering it an integral part of enjoying the diverse adventures of life. Neville Goddard, a proponent of this idea, says everyone is free to create his world as he wants, if he knows that all of it is responsive to him. This dependence on your unique consciousness fuels the expansion of the All. Your ability to choose is always present. By smiling into the infinite mirror, you initiate a response, albeit with a delay inherent to our three-dimensional linear world. Events must sequentially unfold to reflect the change. Nevertheless, the mirror must ultimately show what you project,
As in the fourth dimension, this projection is already a reality. Persistence in your self-definition forces the mirror to comply, as it is devoid of its own will. The mirror ensures the authenticity of the all's experience. The all seeks to understand what it means to be you in the present moment, and that understanding would be compromised if it were to impose its will. Infinity willingly accepted limitations to authentically experience your existence. It relies on you and your current state as a focal point for its choice of experience. In essence, you and the all are one, but in this world, a veil of forgetfulness has been cast over us to create a truly authentic experience. Imagine you willingly subject yourself to a kind of self-induced amnesia to play a virtual reality game, striving for the most authentic experience possible. In the game, when you are hit, it feels real, as if the events are actually happening. However, if you knew it was just a game, your fear for your virtual life would diminish, knowing that your true essence remains safe. This analogy explains why life can sometimes feel harsh and unforgiving, causing us to wonder, how could God allow this? The answer lies in understanding that this God is not an external entity inflicting these experiences upon us. Instead, we ourselves shape our experience through the application of the law of being, often in ways that are not ideal. Our actions before the mirror of life directly influence what is reflected back to us. If we behave chaotically, the mirror reflects a chaotic image. It cannot simultaneously depict us as successful and content. The mirror simply reflects the essence of our actions and state of being. The desire for freedom often comes up against the challenge of feeling limited or constrained by circumstances. This struggle can become a catalyst for a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. Influenced by the teachings of Neville Goddard and similar thinkers, they suggest that the obstacles and trials in life may not only be the result of the actions of an external, selectively merciful deity. Instead, they propose that it is a reflection of an individual's inner state and consciousness. The metaphor of the mirror is especially apt in this context. The image a person sees in the mirror is a direct result of what is presented before it. If a person stands before a mirror with a mindset of being trapped and limited, the image they see is an image of stagnation and confinement. However, a shift in perspective, an embrace of concepts of freedom and limitless possibilities, can dramatically change this reflection. The world, in response to this altered view, begins to open up opportunities and joys that seemed invisible before. This transformation is reminiscent of the story from Russell Conwell's Acres of Diamonds, where a man overlooks the wealth on his own land, chasing fortune elsewhere, only to later discover that what he sought was always within his grasp. This dynamic is beautifully expressed in William Ernest Henley's inspiring words in his poem Invictus. "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." These lines eloquently express the profound influence of individual will and perception on the shaping of life experience. When a person consciously adopts an attitude of abundance and fulfillment, even before it manifests in reality, a subtle yet powerful alignment occurs that happens in the universe or the quantum field. As consciousness shifts, external circumstances also change. Furthermore, this concept goes beyond simple positive thinking. It is an exploration of the deeper layers of being and the power of the subconscious mind. The subconscious, like fertile soil, receives the seeds of thought planted within it and nurtures them into reality. It is a central principle of many spiritual and philosophical teachings that external reality is a direct reflection of internal thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Thus, the external world serves not only as a mirror reflecting the current state of being, but also as a canvas on which the possibilities of what can be are constantly being painted, based on the internal dialogue and beliefs held within. All aspects of existence are deeply interconnected in this interplay between the internal and external worlds. To realize your desires, whether it be freedom, joy, or fulfillment, one must first turn inward to understand and change one's internal world. If you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and like. It helps us create more videos for you.